Gossigree. I'm gonna mess up your name every time, man. It's gonna be on team 1. We got Cracker. We got ourselves Vaughn Sub. You hopefully we'll get a chance to play. We got ourselves, what's your name? Biss? Biss Poshadny. I don't know what that means. Is that supposed to be like insane? I'm not sure. I would gonna call him Bess. Bess. That's about the best I can do, man. I have no idea. It's a real word. I don't know what that word is, though. I know that it's a real word, though. I don't know what that means. Unless Bess is like without. I don't know what the other part is then. I'll call it Biz though. Biz first up versus Plush, stun locking him Plush with a quick gouge. Biz does not have a, oh, in order to use a Zerkin's Rage really early on versus Rogue, so you can't get out of the gouge. Look at this man, dude. Look how fast he's chugging along. I didn't realize these guys moved that quickly. He's got some movement speed or something, right? He's got to have some speed set for that thing. Shadow Strike by the Rogue, Aiden get himself another death mark onto the warrior. Got him some full Blaystone with a parry. Plush with the Cloak of Shadows. It is all. The defense is getting set. Plush has himself an evasion, but for Biss, he might be fine with an evasion. He could always go through a couple of overpowers. Blind onto the warrior as the rogue backing up out, but as long as you can get the damage on him. Look at that second one healing, man. This guy's sleeping on the job, leaping in. Does find Plush though. I'm surprised that leap actually got him, unless you already had a bleed on the guy. Evasion for the rogue. You're just overpowering past him. He won't be able to find him for a moment, but he knows the rogue is going to get back in there. He's got that evasion. He's got the blades. He's got everything. He knows that the rogue is hungry for a kill here. He knows he's going to do it. Banner down, but the rogue actually going to catch himself a proper reset with a Shadow Melt. He trying to catch himself a proper reset. He's got himself a couple of dots still hurting him, I think. But for this man, as long as you don't have a Rupture on him, he's going to get a second win. So if you are going to leave the warrior by himself, make sure you leave him with a Rupture. So at least he's not healing. Because otherwise, the second one is going to let him come back in. Full death mark. Get himself the crits. Get himself the damage. After the 2 cheap shots up, back it up out of there. Full fear onto the rogue. Does have a disarm. And the rogue shrinking it. Hold on a second. Biss potentially could have himself a huge go. Shadow Step. Oh, he does get a juke him. I was going to say maybe a little too early of a juke, but does end up lining up pretty well. You just got to make sure to wait as soon as you go for step. Let him run off the edge, but still getting caught in a full blazer. Cloak of Shadows available. Might still not be enough. Woohoo! Cheat Death does nothing. Normally, Cheat Death does you to a certain amount of health and gives you a pretty big DR of damage reduction, but it felt like this man just stole his life, dude. He just did a quick swipe and literally stole his life from within his grasp. As Illidane's gotta be up next. Biss so far down a road. Can he go follow up with a Demon Hunter next though? That is the question. As he got himself a couple of flips, couple of moves, couple of setups. He gotta get himself a proper stun combo, but so does Biss, man. Both of them playing to run stuns. So whoever's gonna get the first go stun out of the Demon Hunter. The warrior does have a trick of his own. Big Hunter follow, tries to go for a stun, does get the stun into Illidane's, so that's gonna be massive explosions. This is where the warrior wants to stay in. He's got full parry. He'd rather be fighting Illidane's. Illidane's trying to avoid him while the parry is up. Parry is down, so Illidane's good back in. The warrior backs up as soon as the parry is gone. He knows he could be in a bad spot. Dropping down the banner. Illidane's might want to focus that thing down a little bit. Gonna go for Warbreaker. Big damage to Illidane's. Short stun to follow. Got himself one big old execute in there, though. And it's gonna be a big meta. Stun. Illidane's kind of low in health. Biss may need summon here. That's a lot of damage. Lots of eruptions. Catches a bit of healing fear onto Illidane's. Both over so low. Charges up in the air. Do you have a reflect? If you reflect back right there, you could die. Oh, are you alive? Oh no, you have to find line of sight away from the rain of fire, rain of chaos. That thing. If only he had reflect, because he would have won it. And Cobra extinguishing life over Demon Hunter in a snap of his fingers. Dude, that is rough, man. Call him Dwarf and Beefy. That could do it, dude. Next time, I might just do that. Gonna be Shadowbird up next versus Cobra. He's hanging out next to his Succubus. I think he's ready to attack and ready to snipe the rogue. As soon as he sees it, there it goes. And then the immediate trinket by the rogue. Full bleeds on Cobra as well as the pet. He wants to go for Deathmark, dodging the Inferno though. Does he have another step? Or did he use a step to close the gap? Definitely don't want to be doing that in the future. Cobra taking the gateway out, and Shadowbird, he has downs on the Cobra, but he's gonna have to reset and back up. This is going in for a quick cannibalize. You gotta get the dots back in. Garrod, Succubus cash in there. Tell me you have yourself another Shadow Step, man. You needed fear to follow. You can't break out of this one. For Cobra, he's just out. He just made you into his plaything. You can't cloak or nothing. Smoke bomb. Try to see if you can dodge a Kesvold. Doesn't get you. That's still gonna be a rain of fire just dropping in on you. Vanish is available, but Shadowbird still got a dot though. He still got himself a decent setup with the Cobra, but immediately as soon as he tries to get a kind of play, Succubus, Mordecai running out, everything just running out. That's gonna be portals upon portals, just doing so much chaos damage. I think it's just over for Shadowbird. He's got a full death mark onto Cobra finally, but at this point his dots, I think, are mostly gone. Evasion last second, just a last ditch effort. Put in whatever dots he can, but Cobra able to extinguish another life, one after the other. Druid up next is a full-on balanced Druid, full Succubus CC. You definitely want to power shift to Boomkin form as soon as you can. Actually, no, Boomkin form is more of a humanoid form, isn't it? Not an animal form. Succubus works on humanoids, but not on anything that's like a beast. So like cat form, bear form, ghost wolf form, I don't think works either. Pretty sure. But Druid, he's got himself a bit of, are you playing around the tree ants? Yeah, actually, I'm playing tree ants. Trying to see if you can beam cut across Cobra as he catches him in a quick Mordecai stun right after. Cobra sees a couple of few hits. I don't know what Druidy's got at this point. He's got to have somebody in the back pocket. Otherwise, he's in trouble. Got himself the trees back up and available. You need whatever healing you got. Heart of the Wild, whatever healing you can get. But no, the trees are not enough. With Ross getting hit with a Succubus, you see, not going to burn a trinket for this one. Cares about out of Cobra. And Raj is going to back up behind the pillar, catch some line of sight. He is playing the mounted thing, so he's got the thunderous damage. Hopefully he can get a win and get himself thunderous applause too. As Cobra got himself a decent position. He could potentially port too. I don't think he does have a port. There we go. I was going to say for a second, like I was looking for this gate to see if he got a port there. I should have looked the other way. Into a quick reflect by Roz and more to call out of Cobra. Backing away, there goes the full gate, and Roz just gonna chip the way apart. Look at that, Cobra barely attacked the guy. And those Infernos, the Chaos Bolts, the damage out of the the bolt damage out of the portals or whatever, that's just doing enough on its own. Cobra got himself in a fantastic position. He's not playing Diablos this time around. He's playing the HELLCALLER, so he's got a lot of dot damage. Actually, that's what Rouse is melting. He just the dot damage. It is brutal. Stun onto Cobra, catching him quickly with a Succubus. No longer has a trinket and a Chaos Bolt Shadow Fury to follow up. Rouse, unless he's got a defensive here. Reflect last second. Maybe a heal. He needs a heal right now. Turning around to Succubus just to catch a heal. Fear onto Cobra, bacon out of it immediately, and I think he's gonna take him with a couple of Shadow Birds, and does take him. Leave it to Cobra to extinguish the life of these boys in the fort. My God. Yeah, Cobra is kind of a monster, man, as a Destrum. I feel like they used to be in just basically embodying Cobrak to some degree. I don't think he's ever going to be able to replace Cobrak. Not in my heart. I love Cobrak. I feel like anybody that watched Cobrak got him. But I feel like he's like, if you were a sequel or like a reboot, I feel like he's at least like, I feel like he's given Destron Warlocks a good name, if anything. You know what I mean?